Hello and welcome to SHRP Talk, the show by washed up athletes for washed up athletes looking to be their best self. On today's episode, Jaden and I kept it pretty casual, doing a little Masters recap, talking about how that all went down, as well as previewing a bit of the upcoming NFL draft. We also talked about some TV and book series that we've been getting into, and we ended it on hitting on the Easter holiday, what it means to us personally, getting to spend some time together as family, as well as what it means for Jesus coming down and living as human and dying for our sins. So just getting into what that means personally, coming off of the Easter weekend by the time this releases. But yeah, just good to sit down and chat and catch up for a little bit, not taking it too serious after getting into some deeper dives on some different topics the last few weeks. So definitely kept it casual, but just a good time to hang out and get to a few different things, a few other things we're interested and got to nerd out on. So hopefully some things you can take away and enjoy listening to. So thanks for tuning in and hopefully you enjoy. Before we get rolling with today's episode, I want to take a minute to tell you about SHRP Training. Snyder Health, Recovery, and Performance Training is designed for former college athletes to improve their physical, mental, and spiritual health. For only $12 a month, you can choose a training plan that is catered to your needs, interests, and goals, with new programs delivered each month through the Team Builder app. You'll also receive 24/7 messaging and feedback from coaches, access to an exclusive Discord to continually learn and be encouraged by others, a 20% discount on Thorne supplements, and access to the Sharp Edge, the ultimate guide to upgrading your diet, sleep, and life. Iron sharpens iron, so let us help you become your sharpest self. Now let's go. Yeah. Get on the range?
No, I haven't yet. Friday, I'm hoping to. Knock some rust off, figure something out.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
It's going to be
I feel like watching helps. Just gotta...
For sure. I feel like I always, like when I would have started playing and then would watch the Masters, I would always be better after I watched. I don't know if it was just like thinking, like trying to know where to miss and like angles and stuff like that I don't normally think about, or
ball
like just
flights and
yeah. I don't know. It's interesting watching the film.
They always like stand behind and pick a point, and I usually don't do that when I'm playing fast. But after watching, I'm like, okay, maybe it'll just be a little more intentional, or like short game, thinking about where I want to land it, how it's going to roll more instead of just stepping it up and hitting it.
Right.
But
try some of their green reading tactics, do some aim point, make some stuff up.
I don't get
whatever they do
stuff.
Whatever Rosie does with this putter, Tim does the same thing where they hold it up and they close an eye. Yeah. I don't know what that one is, but
I'm gonna do that wide base thing. Is that the aim or what is that?
Yeah. You're like trying to feel the slope with your feet, and then based on the percent slope that you feel, it's like a certain number of fingers like outside I don't know. It's pretty scientific, but I haven't gotten into it or had the time to invest. I'm just trying to hit the ball off the tee, and not have it be out of play.
I feel that.
Have you played much this week? It's been nice.
I was actually in Vegas for a few days, so just got back last night, but didn't have work today, so I played.
Vegas fun?
Yeah, it was a quick trip, just Sunday to Tuesday. I had a little conference, so that took up most of the day, but did a little gambling, went on the strip a little bit. Weather was
Blackjack?
Good, so no, dude, so we stayed at Caesars. The conference was at Caesars, and all the tables were like $25 minimum, which if I put 100 down, that's maybe it could be four hands, like,
right,
or maybe I double right away, and so
what's Grand Falls? You do like 5 or what is?
It's like 10 now. I used to do 5, but it's pretty rare you see a $5 table anymore.
Yeah.
But yeah, playing some slots reminded me why I prefer blackjack. But it's the way it goes. Didn't stay long enough to lose too much.
Have you played craps at all?
No, I haven't bothered to learn. It's fun to watch and cheer people on, but
yeah,
no, not my cup of tea. I just love blackjack. Love the strategy.
mm-hmm.
Love the card counting. But maybe another day. Just wasn't the time. But no, it was a good trip. Good to be back though.
Was it weather nice out there?
Yeah, like 87. Sunny. Barely got outside, but
I was gonna say, did you golf there or no?
No.
No time for that?
No time. It was quick. Quick trip. But yeah, good to be back. Good to be back. I was flying most of the day Sunday, so I tried watching Masters in between, and I think so Bryson and Rory were still neck and neck between my connecting flight, and then I got off and didn't see Bryson on the leaderboard. He was at like 6 under, and Rory was 13 at that point, and Rose was at 9. So I was like, okay, this is over. And then Rose popped off, and Rory was choking. But you called it, man. You called your guy.
That was one of the craziest final rounds I've ever seen someone play. Yeah. It was like he's really good when he knows he has to make a birdie and knows he has to like go get a lead. But when he tries to play safe, it's awfully doubles. Like I don't know. It was so up and down. Like start with the double
and win it.
But then his shot on like 7 through the trees and then on 15 was crazy.
Was 15 the big draw?
Yeah, the par 5, and then he missed the putt. Crazy. He knew right away too. He kept walking after it.
Yeah.
But he did the same thing the day before and eagled. But I don't know. You look at the shot he hit in the water on that other par 5 was terrible from like 80 yards.
Gosh.
And then 18, he has to just hit the center of the green, and he hits it in the bunker. I don't know. Yeah. But
so weird.
With his history at Augusta, I don't blame him for being all sorts of nervous because I don't know what he would have done if he didn't win. Like, I don't know if he would have ever been safe.
Place. It's a dark place.
Yeah. I don't know.
I was watching it. I had just got to Caesars at that point, and they have a big old sports book, so there was hundreds of people that just tuned in, and he missed that putt on 18 to send it.
I think he was the betting favorite. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of groans, but
yeah,
he got it done. What did Bryson do to choke?
He hit it in the water a couple times. He just didn't hit it well with his irons, really. I think he was trying to find his swing kind of all week. I think he putted himself out of it or putted himself in it on Saturday and then just didn't hit the shots on Sunday. But it's interesting. Did you see like the whole Rory didn't say a word to me all around?
Yeah.
Interesting. Didn't you, I feel like back when you guys went to a PGA event, Rory didn't talk to like the fans much, did he?
No, he was young at that point. What year would that have been? Man. Maybe 2010, 2011. Yeah, I was probably 12 or 13. So that was kind of right when he was getting started on tour. I don't know if I think his first major was 2011. So that was kind of right when he was heating up. But yeah, most of the golfers were really friendly, and I didn't like Rory for a few years just because he ignored us, but like you said, he was in his own little world and locked in.
Right.
I get it, being older now, but
it's interesting how golfers balance it because like Bryson this last week was like trying to high five everybody that he could, and like I don't know, it's interesting.
I feel like that's partly like the way the live is played too, like a little more rowdy, a little more noise. Probably just used to it. Probably a comfort thing. Maybe that's why a lot of those guys haven't played well. It's just different style of golf, going from even like the format.
Yeah, but because Tiger was probably similar to Rory back then, right? Tiger probably wasn't super.
I feel like
outgoing, was he?
More depending on how he's playing, maybe.
Yeah,
but Yeah, definitely more of the locked in type versus like
Right.
Phil's always been a little more open, or yeah, I don't even know who else, but yeah, it's interesting, man. Interesting
Yeah.
sport. There's a reason they're at that level, and yeah, I just can't imagine hitting into like the gallery, like narrow fairways they have, and just trying to see center. At least it helps not having phones there, but
Mm-hmm.
like every other tournament, and I don't know. Like Rory, like first tee shot on Sunday, like what do those nerves even feel like? Like I got nervous at a high school golf meet with three
Right.
other dudes. Like just imagine the weight. I don't know. Just yeah, it's
I mean, he said making a double almost calmed his nerves after the first
right.
hole. It's like
Yeah.
something that magnitude. Is going to Augusta on your bucket list? I feel like that'd be so cool.
That would be cool. I mean, is it still like you kind of have to apply and then is it like a
I don't
drawing?
know. I don't know how that
I don't know
works.
the process.
It's probably pretty hard to or expensive to get, but
Yeah. I'm pretty sure it is a drawing, and I don't think the price is outrageous if you get drawn, but
like
I
I
could
was
also be wrong.
seeing like the concession stuff is all the same as it has been
Yeah.
for forever.
Yeah. That's pretty sick.
But
But yeah, if I PGA Championship is cool, but yeah, if you can get to an event like that, that'd be pretty sick. I'd be fine with never going to the British Open. Doesn't
right.
seem as fun.
Unless it's St. Andrews, probably.
Yeah.
What hole would you sit on at Augusta if you could choose?
Oh,
Would you
that
camp at
is
18?
tough.
They kept showing the people at 18 because like you don't have your phone, so you don't know what's happening, and they like put up Rory's score and they like show a reaction. And it was
I think 13's the one with the big scoreboard, right?
I don't know. I know
I'm pretty
18's got
sure.
one too, but
I know
13's already
13
got one.
has a big one, and because they were talking about like people making noise when scores went up, so that'd be kind of fun to see that happen live, just because it's old school with how that setup is. So
And then your somewhat amen corner, right? Isn't that 11, 12, 13?
yeah,
So it's
you're
probably
right.
a hot spot. 16 would be pretty cool, but they kind of changed that pin, so it wasn't as electric.
Yeah,
18 would be cool, obviously. I don't know about the front nine. If I would maybe one tee, but
have you been to a PGA event?
no, I've never been.
Yeah, I went to one smaller one when I was in Kentucky, and I more so followed guys around. Guys in my DFS lineup followed them around, but there's a few nice holes to sit on. But I think I'd be more of the follow around for a few holes and just
Right.
pick out the guys I want to see more of. But it is a lot of walking for sure, just because. I mean, obviously it depends on the course, but
Mm-hmm.
kind of keep you out of the way of different things, and holes are long from where they're playing. So,
Mm-hmm.
no, dude, PGA events are fun. I don't know about staying for all 4 days, but making it a 1 or 2 day thing. Even for like, yeah, there wasn't any big names at that Kentucky one, but it's just high level, and seeing it in person. It's just like I was sitting on a par 5 and seeing their approach shots with hybrids or woods and how accurate they are with it. It's just different, man.
Yeah.
It's wild. There's levels.
I mean,
to
like
it.
Larchwood, the par 5 is 480, and they're playing par 4s that are 520. And
Yeah,
it's crazy.
It's cake.
But
Fun sport. It just makes you, with the live stuff now, it just makes you appreciate the majors even more. Just seeing different leagues tee up with each other, getting to see Bryson play, and yeah, like you said, the other guys, live guys didn't do as well. Anyone else live up there? Can't think of.
no, I mean, Brooks missed the cut. DJ missed the cut.
Phil joked.
Phil's, yeah.
Hatton choked
Sergio, what did
after I
Sergio end
picked
up
him.
doing? Neiman did all right
and then
early,
choked.
but then he fell off. Is Patrick Reed live?
He's live.
He did pretty good. Yeah, I don't know. Cam Smith sucked. I think they've gotten like there's not the edge anymore. Like they lost complacency outside of like Bryson, but like you don't see the Cam Smiths, the Brooks, the DJ especially. Like DJ was top 5 in the world for years, and then he hasn't sniffed anything since he left. Brooks was like only majors, and now he's not even majors. I don't know.
When's the last time Brooks was up there for anything?
He had that one Masters that he choked, didn't he? And then that was like 2019, maybe. I don't know, but
a long time ago. Oh, that was your Tiger one.
Right? Yeah,
that was so cool.
Maybe, yeah.
What a sport! What a sport!
What do you got winning this week?
Did some more lineups. I like McCarthy, Rye, Schauffele are kind of my main 3. To win, I think Morikawa will get one. That's what I'm picking.
I keep seeing the course is basically made for him or his game. I think definitely there's like Scotty won it last year. He's not playing the best yet. I don't know. I think he'll get top 15. I don't think he'll win. I think his C game is just so much better than everybody else's that he's going to shoot 2 or 3 under regardless of how well he plays.
Yeah.
I think Colin definitely can. I think Xander definitely can. I think Cantlay's played really well here, but which I hate watching him play. And then JT sucked last week, but I think JT's got a shot as well. JT and Spieth, but those are probably my 6. But who knows?
Yeah, love to see Jordan get one again. He's been playing better, but
he's played really well at this course. I mean, first and second, 2 and 3 years ago, but not quite as good last year. But he's been playing well recently.
Yeah,
his game's so weird. I think he's back to looking at the hole again on like 5 and 6 footers.
Yeah,
which is I don't know why he ever stopped that. But
it's weird to look at, but it works.
It made him different. It made him stand out during his run.
Yeah,
I miss it.
I saw people on Twitter saying that Rory is who we thought Spieth was, or something like that. Spieth had that run when he was starting out. It's wild, but he's had a few difficult years. But can't help but root for the guy.
No.
Just a little head case at times.
I just want to see one tournament where Scotty, Spieth, and JT go at it.
Be fun.
Those are probably... Maybe throw Ricky in there, too. Ricky boy. Maybe it's this week. All on the field.
Ricky didn't even get a Masters invite, right?
Yeah, that's crazy. He should...
It's too bad.
Be in every tournament. Rocking orange.
Yeah, need it. Need the vibe.
Him, John Daly.
Oh, yeah, Daly didn't play either, huh?
But we had like Langer almost made the cut. Freddie almost made the cut.
Yeah.
We got like 70-year-olds almost making the cut at the Masters.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Levels to it.
Gives me hope. I'm going to make the senior tour and then qualify for the Masters.
Work backwards.
That's the way to do it.
It's funny. Got NFL draft coming up.
Yeah, we do.
Any predictions? Any landing spots you like?
I don't know. From the outside in, looks like a little weaker draft than previous years. especially at the receiver position. Like, you have the 2 Texas kids. You have McMillan. Who else is up there?
But he's going down a little bit.
Yeah. So
Hunter, we don't know what he'll do exactly.
And quarterbacks too. Like, you have, I think Cam Ward's like the consensus number 1, but then I don't think Shedeur is gonna pan out really.
It's gonna be
he takes a lot of sacks. He's not super mobile. I don't know, but
I see a lot
he's kind of won wherever he's been.
I see a lot of Andy Dalton comps, which like is fine. Like, he was a good quarterback, but doesn't exactly get you excited. So,
but then after those 2, it's like Jackson Dart or Will Howard. It's like
I saw they're inviting Jalen Milroe to draft night, so
he could be a flyer.
He's got tools, but it's kind of another Anthony Richardson situation.
Right.
But
yeah, we've seen it work out, and we've seen it not work out. But I don't know. Running back should be. I mean, Genty should
loaded,
be
stacked class.
Awesome. I'm excited to see where he ends up. I've seen maybe Raiders, maybe Cowboys. And then there's who's the number 2 running back? Omarion.
People say Hampton from Carolina,
and then Caleb, 2, hopefully.
Yeah, then the 2 Ohio State guys, and then most people put Caleb right after them. Then you got Scadaboo.
Oh yeah. Might be the year of the running back.
Yeah, it's a deep class. I feel good about I got the 112 former champ, so I like where I'm at, because I'm guessing it'll be super flex. I think with Dart probably being a first rounder, 3 QBs. I think Hunter will sneak in there. McMillan will sneak in there. Probably tight end. People like Tyler Warren at Penn State, or
I like him too. Yeah.
Or Loveland out of
Michigan.
So one or both of those 2, and then that leaves just a plethora of running backs. If I took Scadaboo, I don't think I could pass him up. He was there at the 12. Some people don't like him, but I like watching that guy play football.
Projected? Do you know where?
Some people have him as like their running back 10, and that's more from a fantasy perspective, but that usually lines up pretty close with like pre-draft rankings. So yeah, I don't know. I think people were upset he didn't test, and maybe like some character concerns or whatever, but
I mean,
put the football in his hands, and
he wouldn't have tested very well. I don't blame him.
He jumped better. He did jump, and I was kind of impressed by that. But yeah, 40 time definitely would not have been good.
No. But
Caleb's 40 was kind of disappointing as well, but I think we kind of knew he's not a get up and go. He kind of takes time to build up.
Derrick Henry's the same way.
Bad. Yeah. Similar styles, more upright, but he might be a more fit dependent. I think there's some, like, if he's got a bad O-line, he's not going to create for himself, I don't think, but
no,
you give him a little headway. It's a good running back.
Mm-hmm. But how high would you take Travis?
Who's at 2? Is it the Giants or the Browns?
I think it's Giant. Or no, I think Browns 2, Giants 3. Because I think I saw a projection with Browns taking Abdul Carter, and then the Giants taking Shedeur. But
yeah, I think he's got to go 2 or 3. He's just.
But what about fantasy? How high would you take him?
Oh,
because that's
super interesting case. He's gonna
play. The talent's there.
Yeah, he's gonna play both ways. but unfortunately, yet I think there's going to be times where his offensive snaps are limited, which
do you think he just
is not
plays like a
ideal.
nickel, or do you think he tries to play corner truly?
I think you have to take into account that, I mean, game planning for both, or especially as a corner, like that would be really tough. So something where it's more
just play man.
just play man, or some sort of simple concept, whatever that job looks like for him. Because I think you got to play him both ways. Might shorten the career a little bit, but it's just too good not to. And I think it's
Like,
going to be game dependent. Like
if he drops to me at 7, I'm probably going to take him. But I don't think he's going to get down to 7.
Yeah, it's super interesting. I think it'll be interesting how they announce him draft day. Like, if I think they have to say a position, but maybe they change it up and just say hybrid. But be interesting who picks him, what they say, and then what comes out after that. Because, like for us, we have a pretty quick turnaround, so we might not get a whole lot of press coverage before that decision comes up, but it's a lot of upside. That's hard to pass up if you don't hear anything concrete. So I don't think I'd fault you. But
yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of hurting at running back though, so it might factor in.
Do you have all of your picks?
I don't think I have second round. I definitely have first round though. First time with a first rounder since the 1-1 of the original draft.
Wow.
Where I picked Clyde Edwards-Helaire and he did not pan out.
Oh,
so I was traumatized by first round picks and just traded him away. Because I think Jonathan Taylor probably went second to you.
No, I was actually at the 109 and I took Justin Jefferson. So I've really liked first round picks ever since.
Yeah, I think
I traded for JT.
Maybe Corbin took JT. Did you get JT from Corbin?
Yeah. So I just love drafting too much. I know there's times it'd be smarter to trade him away, and I've had to take guys like Levis before, and not ideal, but
you've drafted well though.
Too much. Yeah, for the most part. There's been a few misses, but mostly it's some good trades in there.
Yeah.
Just gotta keep it going, keep the dynasty alive.
I was trying to trade in so many times last year, and nobody would bite. Joey had like 7 picks in the first round and a half. Justin had a bunch of picks too.
Price is high during the draft, man.
Yeah.
I never want to get in early, but sometimes it'll be like third round and there's still a guy I really like, and it's like, how much do I really want to pay up for this? But
right. And like last year, there was like Justin had 2 really good quarterbacks, and he had like Jaden Daniels was the obvious pick, and I was just trying to get in at a discounted price because I knew he was going to take Jaden Daniels, but didn't really want him. But it didn't work out. Yeah. I did finish Divergent last night, and I think we were watching the movie tonight.
Sick. I have 4 pages left in the third one. And I've seen the first movie. Yeah. Well, sorry, it's on I have it on a phone. So a page probably takes like 7 or 8 minutes to read.
Oh, I was going to say, why would you start?
That didn't make sense.
4 pages left. That would be psychotic.
It really made sense in my brain, but then
be like,
yeah, that didn't make sense.
You hit your bedtime at 10 p.m. and you had 4 pages left, and you shut
No, I have to go to sleep, and then not be able to sleep all night, wondering what's going to happen. That's what I love about CTE Brain is I've read this series before, but I have no idea how it ends. I barely remember any of what happened. I remember the first book pretty well, just because I've seen the movie a few times, but I don't think I've ever seen the second or third movie. So
this is the first time I've ever read it. I haven't seen the movies, but I'm excited.
it's good, man.
A little Miles Teller action, being the villain. I did fully expect him not to be the villain, and I expected Theo James to be the villain. Have you seen White Lotus?
No.
Well, he's kind of like a villain in the series the season that he's in.
Yeah.
And so I was just fully expecting those two to be flipped and Miles Teller to be the good guy, but I'm excited.
He fits the role well. Miles Teller not as much. It's a little different.
Yeah.
Took some getting used to. Also, what's his name? The one who plays Caleb is
I see his face. Ansel
Elgort or whatever. Mm-hmm. I think like The Fault in Our Stars. Is that what he's in?
Right.
West Side Story. You seen West Side Story before?
I don't think so.
Remake. Him and Rachel Ziegler. Really good. But he's in that as well. Yeah, I didn't really expect him for playing Caleb, but especially with his character arc in the second and third, which I'm sure you'll get to. But
yeah.
So I don't really know what that looks like, but it's interesting. Not quite as perfect of a casting fit as like Harry Potter, but that's kind of top tier. Except for the new Harry Potter casting. I don't know if you've seen any of that.
I heard. Are you talking about like the 8th one or something? Like there's.
No, they're making a TV series for it.
Oh.
Starting with the first one.
No, I did not know that.
They have a black dude playing Snape. Pretty interesting.
It's crazy.
He's like really pale, pasty, and
complete opposite
books and movies. But
I mean, I don't know. He loved to wear all black and dark black hair. But
yeah, we'll see how it plays out. A lot of people.
So there's like a different Harry,
but yeah, whole cast.
That's crazy.
Different. They're starting back with the first book, so definitely a money grab because people are going to tune in. I'm going to tune in, but how do you remake something so perfect already? Like those books and movies are unmatched.
But, yeah,
still going to watch.
Is there a full season out, or is it not even out yet?
No. They've only announced like 6 cast members. They haven't announced Harry or Hermione or Ron. They've announced Hagrid and Dumbledore and a few of the other like adults, but it's crazy. Still like early production. Kind of feels like all the Disney remakes, live action stuff. A little bit of
Tom Holland be Harry Potter. That'd be crazy.
He could play
Zendaya as Hermione.
that third dude from Spider-Man playing Ron.
Yeah.
Everyone. Why not? Run it back.
It'd be all right. I'd watch that.
That's what I'm saying. I'm still going to tune in. Might not be happy about it, but.
Have you read Maze Runner?
Yeah, I actually read those probably 5 or 6 months ago. Watched all the movies with those.
Should I read
I think I like that. Yeah. Have you read those or seen the movies? Yeah.
Pretty good.
Yeah. Movies not as good, especially after the first one. But yeah, it's solid. Solid series. I think I'd like it a little more than Divergent.
I was trying to get back in the fiction game, and Emily recommended those two.
You know what you got to read is, and maybe you read a few of them, but Percy Jackson, and then also the spin-off ones.
Yeah,
where they bring the Romans into it.
Yeah.
Did you ever finish that side
I don't
series?
think I finished the Roman one, no. Because they were bigger books, weren't they? I feel like
they were pretty big, yeah. A little bigger than regular Percy Jackson ones, I think.
Yeah, those are good.
Yeah. And then there's been one season of Percy Jackson on Disney Plus, so that's in line with the first book, and then they're doing one in line with the second book. I don't know when that comes out, but it's a nice companion to watch.
Yeah.
This movie is decent, but it's not great.
Yeah. Have you read the new Hunger Games?
No.
Emily's got that on hold, so I'll
Are those
hopefully read
like
that soon.
prequel
It's like
or what?
Haymitch. Yeah, it's
Okay.
Haymitch's.
Yeah, that could be good.
Yeah.
How many of those are there?
I think it's just one. At least right now, it's just one. But I don't know much about it.
So they made a movie one not too long ago. What was that on?
I'll look it up.
What's it called? Pretty sure Rachel
Oh
Zegler's in it.
yeah. That was like the very first ever Hunger Games, I think. The
What's
Ballad
it
of
called?
the Songbirds and Snakes. That was actually good. I did like that.
Yeah, I haven't seen that. Or so there's no book for that one.
I'm not sure. Based on the 2020 novel. So it is. I did not know that.
I could get into that. Shoot, I'll just read that whole series again. I like those
Yeah,
books.
it's been a minute.
Those are good. Those are freaking good.
When's the last time you read Harry Potter?
Ooh, that's been 5+ years. That was probably sometime back at Northwestern. But those are elite to read book, watch movie, because they're both just so good.
Mm-hmm.
But no, those are elite.
Yeah.
What else is there?
I have,
You should read the I Am Number 4 series. There's like 5 of them.
feel like I feel like I have. Are they pretty old?
I don't think you've read all of them. The
What are those about again?
basically people from shoot, I'm gonna have to reread it to remember, but basically people from another planet, Lorian. They have special powers. There's like 9 of them originally.
Oh,
It's centered around 4, but they bring in like number
yeah.
6 and number 8, and
How many books are there?
there's 5, pretty sure.
Yeah, I've definitely read
I
a
Am
couple
Number
of those.
4, The Power of 6, The Rise of 9, The Fall of 8.
I don't know. That's a throwback. I probably read that in junior high
Yeah,
school.
those are. You just read the first one?
I think I've maybe read the first 2 or 3.
Okay.
But
They made a movie for the first one that was solid. Not great, but solid.
yeah.
No more after that, though. But I think those would kill if they tried making those in movies again. But those are fire.
I was trying to see if there's any like new fiction that's like the Harry Potter of this generation.
Yeah.
How do you even go about searching for something like that?
There's just so many old ones that I would rather reread for the second or third time that I know are bangers and that there's already like movie adaptations for.
Yeah.
I don't know the last time I read a newish series. Probably nothing published past 2020. I mean, I kind of read those Percy Jackson ones as they were coming out, the I Am Number 4 ones as they were coming out towards the end, but I go back and read do you remember the Cherub books?
Oh yeah.
Those are fire. There's 12 of those.
That's kind of like CIA or like secret agent stuff, isn't
Kids,
it?
spies,
Yeah.
Alex Rider-ish.
Yeah. Those Alex Rider books are good too. I would probably
Fire.
read those again.
Yeah. I think I finished those off, but again, my brain, I have no idea what happened this past. I remember the first one pretty well, but
Mm-hmm.
bits and pieces from the rest. But otherwise, I have no idea. So those are on the list for sure.
Yeah, it's a good list.
A lot of good ones. A lot of good ones. Ooh, Lord of the Rings are a big read, but again, the movies are so fire.
I've never committed to that.
It's a lot. Game of Thrones, also a lot.
We are in Game of Thrones. It's been slow as of late.
You're watching that now?
Yeah. She doesn't love it, but
it's so good.
We do want to watch. Did you say you're watching, is it Severance?
Yeah.
We do want to watch that. That's probably our next watch. That's on our list for sure. I think we're going to watch, she's already seen Wicked, but I haven't. So I think we'll probably watch that soon. Defying Gravity at the end, I hear, is amazing.
Fair. I gotta watch Daredevil season finale. I gotta watch The Last of Us coming out within.
How is that?
Released one. First season was good. I'm sure it'd be better if I had played the video games, but I still enjoyed it. So that's coming out, and then you seen Black Mirror at all?
Maybe the first season. It was pretty interesting.
It's fallen off a bit, but there's some really good episodes throughout the 7 seasons, I think now. So they just dropped a new season, but I think it was made by British people, but ever since it's been, I think it's Americans that make it now. It's just not as good. But I'm sure there'll be a good episode or two.
Yeah.
Those are a really good watch. Also, Nathan Fielder, he had a show called Nathan for You a while ago, and he's got a newer show called The Rehearsal. The second season of that is coming out. He's one of the funniest dudes. If you want a comedy series to watch, you got to watch Nathan for You.
Is it like skits or is it?
I need to rewatch it again. He goes and help businesses with ideas, but he just gives them outrageous business ideas, basically, like a consultant.
So is it like reality, or
it's kind of reality because a lot of them don't know he's an actor.
So it's kind of like what is that movie with? Oh, what is that called? Where he does? Oh my goodness, Borat. Don't they do something like that? Isn't that
pretty
real?
Yeah, kind of similar idea, at least. They don't know he's an actor, but
right.
He'll give crazy ideas, and sometimes they'll actually do them and it actually works, but it's meant to be like satire. But no, dude, it's an awesome kind of comedy. Nothing I've ever really seen before. So highly recommend. Very, very good. And I feel like no one's ever seen it. I don't get to talk to anyone about it because I feel like a lot of people haven't seen it.
Of anything, or I've never heard that title.
I think it might have been a Comedy Central show back in the day. I could be wrong. But yeah, Nathan for You. I had never heard of it either until I got into it, but Nathan Fielder is a funny dude. So put that on the list. Anyone out there? Easter coming up. Could play some golf this weekend and praise Jesus.
Mm-hmm.
What's Easter mean to you, Jaden? What do you think of Easter?
I think it's probably the best reminder of the sacrifice on the cross, and I think it's always something that I can use to reframe and refocus on what is truly important. I think it's a time where you understand what's truly important and what you value, and it's almost, I would say, a fresh start, or I don't know if I would say fresh start, but like just a way to know that like your sins are clean and that you're forgiven, and it's just a way to, I would say, just be grounded again. And I feel like my faith is always stronger, I would say, in the Easter season. I feel like there's more meaning and more purpose to it, which I should strive to continue that throughout the year, but it's just something that I feel like is kind of natural with the Easter season. It's hard not being able to celebrate with the family back home, and it's a little different, but I feel like the meaning will still be the same. But how about you?
Yeah, kind of same. I mean, we were talking about TV series. Have you seen The Chosen at all?
I've looked into it. I haven't ever actually committed to watching it, but
It's really good. New season just came out, kind of getting into like The Last Supper, but it's not like totally biblically accurate. Like there's some stuff filled in, but it's just a good way to bring it to life a little bit. And like I think we often view like the Bible or Jesus' life as just like some story that you read about, and it's hard to grasp the reality of it. But like through that series, or just getting in the Word, reading the Gospels, or like Easter, and getting more into that, and like having that reminder, I think that just brings forth the reality of it, of like how human he was and how he chose to willingly come to earth and live as a human, and like be tortured and mocked and like killed in a very cruel way. And it's a tough watch, but what I like watching Passion of the Christ like around this year. Have you seen it before?
I'm not sure if I have.
It's just it's like gory, but it's accurate pretty much of how like the crucifixion and like the whipping, I can't think of the term for it, but just that whole process, like the crown of thorns, getting mocked, like just thinking about the reality of that and knowing that he could have stopped it at any time. I mean, even before, but during as well. And to know that he loved us enough to willingly not only come to earth as a human, but instead of being a king that everyone thought he was going to be, like I would have thought the same at that time, but to humble himself that way and to be humbled and die and be mocked for us to redeem us of our sins. So yeah, it's just something to think about year round, but I think it's obviously a good intentional reminder, whether that's through like a Good Friday service or Sunday service, or just rereading the Gospels and that story again. And again, just it's tough at times to view the reality of it, but just grasping the reality of that, reminding yourself of that, the sacrifice and the willingness he had to go through it, and the amount of love that he has for you and me and all of us to willingly go through that. Just a reminder to have extreme gratitude for not only that, but just everything in life, knowing the battle's already won. I don't know, it's very freeing, and it's just it's good to have that reminder. We've hit on it a lot, but we're very forgetful people, and so it's good to have, kind of that Holy Week and Good Friday and Easter Sunday to really celebrate that. But yeah, it'll be good as well to see each other, play some golf, and connect a little bit. But yeah, just a great holiday. One, I think there's some holidays, like as you go through the years, that aren't quite as like magical, I guess, or even like birthdays. But I feel like Easter, as I've gotten older and matured and grown in faith, just one that I've come to appreciate more. And so, yeah, I mean, this will come out by the time that it's already come and gone, but just taking time to, even a daily thing, just finding time to sit in silence and be thankful for what Jesus did for us. It never gets old worshiping him and praising him for it when you think about the reality and the sacrifice that was made. So yeah, just a good reminder and good holiday. But
well said.
Any other thoughts?
No, I mean, I got a lot to read and watch, so
that was a big list. That was a lot to go through. But yeah, we'll hopefully get Brandon back next week. It's been a while. Missed that guy. But hopefully get Brandon on. Hopefully have a guest on and get this thing back rolling. But it's a busy time for the guy. But I feel like we've ripped some good ones the last few weeks. Hopefully some takeaways. But more laid back, casual today. Just wanted to get one in before the Easter weekend. So if you made it this far, I mean, got some good TV and book recommendations, so you're welcome. Let us know which ones you like, which ones you're getting into. Nathan, for you, that's my biggest one. People need to give it the love it deserves. All right, brother.
All right.
We'll catch you next time. Thanks for listening to the show. If you enjoyed today's episode, leave a rating, review, or tell a friend to check us out. Be sure to follow us at SHRP_training for more content to help you be your best self. Go be great today.